All right, guys, welcome back to another interview on NATAN Unhinged. I'm joined by Nathan Schulte. How is you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very good.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Obviously, you've been around in the PFL for a very long time, so it's really good to have you on the show, and obviously very good to speak to you.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for opportunity.
Yeah, and then first and foremost, I want to talk about the last season on the PFL. This season in the PFL will be your fifth under the PFL. So how does it feel, obviously, being in this promotion? I know you've been in it for a very long time, and obviously now, should we say you're a veteran under the promotion?
Yeah, the PFL is my house, you know. I fight like a long time since 2018, the PFL, you know. And yes, I'm very excited for this season. One more season, one more year, and let's do it.
The PFL format, obviously, you fight a lot of times a year. It's very demanding, but you've stayed, as I've talked about, you stayed for your fifth year. So, do you like? Obviously, you do. But do you like that PFL format that you get to fight regularly?
Yes, I like it because we have the fighters has opportunity to fight for $1 million, you know. And we have like the schedule of the train, the fights, you know, and we know like the specific day we're gonna fight. This is a little bit hard because like we don't have like long time between the fights, you know, but I'm accustomed, you know.
Yeah, you've been here for a very long time now, so you're probably one of the most experienced guys inside the PFL as well. So,
Yeah.
last season on the PFL, your only loss came to the champion Olivier Aubin-Mercier. Um, Obviously, he became on to be the champion. But what is your overall assessment of the last season? I know you got that loss to Olivia, but then you beat Marcin Held, and obviously you got that win against Jeremy Stevens. So, what is your thoughts on your performances of last season and your assessment?
The last season I fought against Olivier in the first fight, you know. But yeah, that fight was close, very close, like split decision, you know. But I think I won that fight, but no problem. This is in the past. Now I wanted to do my best in this year for going to the finals, you know, and get the belt again, you know.
Yeah, and obviously moving over to the season that we have upcoming, the 2023 season. It's a fantastic season. The PFL growing fantastically every year, and this year your first fight you take on the runner-up from last year, Stevie Ray, in a fantastic fight at 155 pounds. Stevie Ray had a fantastic year last year, beating Anthony Pettis twice. What do you make of his performances last year against in the 2022 season?
Yeah, he fought very well the last season, like great performances, you know, like against Anthony Pettis, you know, and but he lost in the finals. But you know, the finals is very important for everybody. But I think he's a good fighter. He's a good name, you know. He's a very tough, and let's do it. I'm gonna try to finish this fight until the end.
But that's what I like about the PFL. I love it is that you get rewarded for finishes, and I feel like that's what brings the most out of the fighters. Do you feel like with that system that they're doing, that's the way they're going to get the more entertaining fights?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
So I said with the PFL system, as you talked about there, that you want to finish the fight for 3 rounds. With the PFL system, how they reward you for finishing the fights. You know, if you get the early finish, you get more points. Do you like that sort of system, and do you feel like that brings the most out of yourself?
Yeah, there's a little bit more pressure for the fighters, you know, because we need to finish the fights until the end, you know. And sometimes this is happen, but sometimes it's not happening, you know. But everybody try to finish the fight, you know. When I go to the cage, I just wanna like finish the fight, you know. Doesn't matter like submission or KO, you know. But I wanna to finish my fights. This is like I don't wanna like, for example, all fighters like to like all fighters want to finish the fight, you know. Not like if you talk to you wanted to do like you like to do like 5 rounds, okay, I like, but if I have opportunity to finish the fight until the end, this is good, you know. And the PFL, this is like this is more important because if you will finish the fight like in the first round, we get 6 points. This is like better for going to the playoffs, you know. But I like this form, you know.
Yeah, and let's talk about obviously go back to the Stevie Ray fight. A very tricky fight. You talked about it roughly quickly as well. A very tricky fight. A good grappler like yourself. You're a very good grappler as well. 50% of your wins in your career have come via submission. Do you portray and see this fight happening on the ground, or do you see it being a stand-up fight?
Yeah, me and him is like a both is like both guys is like jiu-jitsu, you know. But my jiu-jitsu is a little bit different. His jiu-jitsu, but I'm gonna try to put him in the ground and try to finish him, you know.
So obviously you said there. Do you think this fight's going to go to the ground and ultimately
Yeah,
you submit?
100%.
Yeah, and obviously looking back at your last few seasons, you did go back to back championships in 2018, 2019. That's 2 million that you
Yeah,
won in them seasons. How hard is it to stay motivated after winning and a lot of money?
I know. This is the question everybody like say like how is the motivation? You know, my motivation is like this is I explain the same like the same answer, you know. I love to fight, you know, like but now they pay me like good, you know. I receive like money, like I can just training, not working, like you know, and I this is not necessary, you know, but now I can focus in the training and go into my home, resting back to the gym, you know, and I love this style, you know, the lifestyle. This is my motivation. Like get again like my belt, you know, the 2023, the PFL belt, and you know, like make money is important. This is like very important, but my motivation is fight for my team, ATT, you know, like for my friends, about my coach, you know. My coach is like motivation every day, you know. They give him his time, you know, for training me, you know. And this is my motivation. Not just about the money. The money is very important, but like yeah, but this is very very interesting. If I won this fight, if I won this season, I can I can be a 3 times championship in the PFL, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's fantastic. Obviously, three times the charms. That's a hat trick in
Yeah.
soccer or football, whatever you call it. But yeah, with a win over Stevie Ray in the first fight, the first fight of the season, do you think that sets you up for a good season? Obviously, it's a fantastic win after a fantastic win over a runner up from the last season. But do you think with a win over Stevie Ray, that sets you up for a good season, and obviously the confidence grows?
Yeah, he's a tough guy, you know. He's a very tough guy. But this season they have like the PFL have more names, you know, like more fighters, you know, and this season is gonna be interesting for like everybody, you know.
Yeah, and obviously, I don't want to overlook Stevie Ray, but is there anyone else in that 155-pound division that you kind of like the smile of that you would like to compete against in this season? I know you might say Olivier Messier, you might want to get
Yeah,
that one
the
back.
rematch. Yes, the rematch against Olivier is like my goals, you know. I need to beat him, not beat him, you know. But this match is very 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 good for me. I wanted to fight against him, you know, again, and let's do it.
Yeah, and obviously the stakes will be higher because he went on to win it. So, and obviously you were his toughest opponent in last season. Obviously, you took him to that split decision, and as you mentioned, arguably could have won that fight. So it will be a good fight. I'd love to see it again.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nathan. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks
Obviously, I
so
hope
much.
all is well. I hope the rest of the camp goes well as well.
Thanks so much. Don't miss, guys. Like the PFL 14. Yes, the last PFL in the this season. the third event, and let's do it. Thanks so much for opportunity, and God bless for everybody.
Thank you so much, Nathan.
Thank you.